Every level gonna feel different. We've been living long enough to know that. Every level gonna feel different. Every level has been different. Even if we go back to grade school, kindergarten, it feels like first grade, and first grade, it feels like second, so forth and so on. So every level gonna feel different in life and in general. You hear me? Stillness and abundance, loving like health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, loving like health and wholeness. Stillness and abundance, loving like health and wholeness. But that's the journey. That's the one of the reasons that I appreciate the journey for what it is. And I can't say I always felt like that. You hear me? And I can't say I have liked all of the process that allowed me to be able to say that. But I appreciate all that it show us, those of us here living, having this life experience as different characters of consciousness. I appreciate all that it shows us. Even in the moments that we don't like, we gotta learn to appreciate them too. You hear me? Because we learn from them. We learn from them. More so, it's a help. I'm trying to find the word, but it ain't no proper word sometimes to express the things that go on within us. But it's a help. It's a great assistance in the way life forces us to grow, force us to learn, force us to feel, force us to change, force us to mature, force us to feel, force us to speak, force us to know. Force us to love. Even the most hardest individuals on the planet, even the most darkest individuals on the planet, it's somebody somewhere, even if it's only just one, that spark that frequency of love in their life. I bet you that. And I'm grateful for it all, you hear me? I'm grateful for it all. It's even more a pleasure to being able to see myself and others, even though I'm myself. I say that because when we're able to do that, and each and every one of us who can get in that space, you're able to add value to somebody. You know, if you're healing, you're able to add value to somebody. And in order to add value to somebody, I had to heal. Now, we can add value to others without healing, but if you heal, you're really able to add value to somebody. It's way more than the damage that we're capable of causing. You hear me? Because since ain't none of us being perfect. So that's the choice. That's the choice that I have to decide every day, and whatever I do, wherever I go, and whoever I run into, how am I going to add value? Because you can't lead others till you learn how to lead yourself. You can't help others heal until you learn how to heal yourself. And healing, as well as leadership, both of those two words require the same thing: vulnerability. So ain't nothing weak about that. Ain't nothing weak about feeling. Ain't nothing weak about having a leader characteristic. Ain't nothing weak about vulnerability. It takes strength. It takes strength to give yourself permission to feel yourself. You hear me? Can't nobody else tell you how to do that. Can't nobody else tell you when to do that. You got to give yourself permission. In order to heal, you got to give yourself permission to feel. And that'll be a booster and being ourselves. Because it takes strength to give yourself permission to feel in order to be yourself. Otherwise, we find ourselves shape-shifting to what the projections think, to what society think, to what our friend circle think, to what we're supposed to do, think, feel, act, dress, so forth and so on. I'm just telling y'all what I know. And some of y'all know I'm telling the truth, you hear me? Regardless of what the world is doing around you, you hear me? But those of us who find ourselves able to do that, you'll resonate with me when I say we way ahead of how it began. You hear me? We way ahead of how it began. And everything that we go through is only to put us further on our path. Everything that we go through is only to put us further on our path to do what we came here to do. I don't know who need to hear that. That's why I repeated it. I ain't here to do everything. I'm just here what I came here to do. And I ain't here to help everybody. You hear me? But I'm here for those who supposed to appear to help themselves do what I share. So regardless of either or what I just said, I'm gonna do something to help somebody. You hear me? And even though it may take me to do it, it's always about the team. You hear me? Because I can't do it by myself. And anybody that think they can, anybody that think they can, you hear me? Better be watchful of them. You know, gotta peel some layers back. Real raw emotions, real raw emotions, real raw topics. You know, people run from them. people run from them these days. You hear me? You rather talk about something external of our reality. That's how much people don't know how to feel. You know, but real raw emotions. I love operating in that. And I appreciate all of y'all who appreciate how I think. You hear me? Because it say a lot about you. It say more about you than it say about me. You hear me? I'm just a spark, a catalyst, you know, a boost, an energizer pellet, whatever you want to call it. But I appreciate all those who appreciate real and raw emotions. And I say that because I ain't realized how many people are afraid of their feelings. I ain't realized how many people run from their feelings until I stopped being that person. Until I realized how to walk with mine. And then once I did, which was so early on, thanks to the experiences that I had to make me tap in early, go within early, I appreciate it, you know. But from the moment that I did, I've been seeing the world different ever since. So I appreciate y'all who appreciate how I think. You hear me? For real. It may take me to do it, but it's all about the team. Salute to the Cosmic Conscious family and Soul Tribe. Peace to the new subscriber. Peace to the new subscribers. And peace to the peekaboos and passerbys. You hear me? Yeah. Real, raw emotions. I speak from the places I do because I ain't always had the stance that I stand in today. And when you stand against the very thing, and when you stand against the very things that you once stood for, you know, you become a problem. Not that you're a problem, but you become a problem because now you stand for the resolution and not the problem that you once stood for. So that causes a ripple effect. Transformation has a ripple effect, in other words. But when you stand against the things that you once stood for, that's change, that's growth, and that takes maturity. Most of all, that takes strength. I don't know who need to hear that, but I encourage you and I inspire you, wherever you at, keep going. You know, if you're here for a reason, you know. So make it count. but that takes strength. More so it takes sight. And sight goes beyond visual perception. You know, sight is the ability to see, feel, and hear. You know, to see, feel, and hear in clarity and in truth as it resonate and relate to you. And that's what I call clear view. And ain't nothing weak about that. Ain't nothing weak about sensitivity. Sensitivity, being sensitive helps us pick up on what's going on energetically, because things are not always said. You know, things are not always made for us to see. But everything is felt. You hear me? So it ain't nothing weak about sensitivity. Therefore, it ain't nothing weak about vulnerability. Ain't nothing weak about kindness. Ain't nothing weak about none of those words. These words that I'm using, because it's a display of character. It's gonna say something about our character, or it's gonna say nothing about our character. If you don't listen, you're gonna miss it. But you couldn't tell me that 30 years ago, you know. And that's why life is a process. And anyone who is here and alive, healing is a process. It ain't no destination, you know, but I'm gonna make sure that I be a vessel to make sure that we enjoy the journey. You hear me? But you couldn't have told me that 30 years ago. And I know I speak for some of y'all as well. Transformation has a ripple effect. You hear me? I'm gonna leave us with that. We're gonna put a strong in the comment section for the raffle submission. We're gonna put a strong in the comment section. Transformation has a ripple effect. You gotta do it every day. Do it for you first. You hear me? Not for approval and not for validation. You gotta do it for you first. And if you do it for you first, all you do will speak for itself. And if you don't got that mindset, make a commitment to adapt yourself to that mindset right now and in this moment. And all you do, you hear me? Do it for you. Not for approval, not for validation. And all you do will speak for itself. Those of you who are subscribed, Cosmic Conscious and Soul Family, you know what to do. But new subscribers, if you watch the video, the emoji for the end of the month raffle will be a strong arm. Place the emoji in the comment section. As simple as that for your submission for the end of this month's raffle. Otherwise, feel good for no reason at all. If you don't have a reason, find a reason, because feeling good is feeling God. You hear me? Thanks for the likes, shares, comments, subscribes, questions, peace out, woos, so forth and so on. May favor and blessings be returned you. Those who donate and make love offerings, may it be returned to you 100-fold. You know, life is reciprocal, and all that we receive is reciprocal. That's why I do what I do, and I enjoy doing it. And it's an honor being me. My name is Sawu. I love y'all.